Hi everybody, Coach Braden here. Today we're going to be walking you through what some of our multi-sport speed training camps look like. Focusing on that eccentric portion of the phase, right? So useful to our strength, to our power. We have to control our landings. We have to be able to store that energy that we want to launch forwards. We've been working on that today. And like I said, working on our change of direction, doing some cone drills. So if you play any sport, whatever your sport, hockey, football, soccer, basketball, volleyball, whatever it is that you do, how to perform movements with better strength, better stability, more control. This is going to benefit your health as an athlete. It's going to benefit your performance. So let's get to it. Now we got our prep work done, we're ready to get into the session. See, I'm already out of breath. That prep work is meant to be taken seriously. We're looking for full turns here through the cones. Get the hips all the way around, follow that path. We're not keeping our center of mass linear through this one. Full turns, be twitchy with it, get the feet moving, cycle through the whole cones, bust out the end. Good, it felt quick. I think we can run it back one more time though. Here we go, we cut right, we cut left, and we bust out. Don't loop around that cone. Hard cut. You're gonna reduce the time it takes, the distance you gotta cover, and it's gonna direct more power into your stride. You're gonna accelerate faster. So stick it into that turn, drive out. Let's go. Heavy pushes, that's what we're talking about, heavy pushes. Start the other leg up on the next rep. Right, so this is a tricky one. These are short zones, this is 6-4-4. We're accelerating from rest, decelerating. That's not a coast, that is in motion with the intent to slow down. Decelerating in the box, accelerating when you exit the final 4 yards, turning, and then full out the 14 back. Looks like this. That's how it should look when you finish. Remember, any of these exercises, anytime you're training, finish line, you gotta push through that gate. If you finish this right, when you come out that's a 14-yard sprint, should take you almost at least that much to slow down. You know, it's good work. Those final few strides, you start to feel it in the top of your quads. That's how you know you're pushing. And when we're doing work like that, we can see our feet here. We're always making sure that our first step takes us forwards. We don't want to go from here to here. If we're starting here, that first step needs to be in that positive direction. Here's a little curvilinear work. Bend into the quarter circle, change direction. Rep it out twice, and then twice, cutting back the other way. Let's get it. You can really feel it on that inside leg when you're driving through. On that left leg, man, single leg strength and stability again is something that's super important to your athlete's health and your continued performance, especially long term. But this kind of work here tests that, putting force through different planes of motion, different angles on your joints, on your muscles, and it's critical if you want to keep performing at a high level. Remember, always take your time slowing down. If that deceleration isn't part of the workload, easy out, right? Ease out off it. But man, that's tough work. So you got that turn, pushed all the way out. That's not easy. We're gonna bend right, so I'm gonna start my right leg forward this time. So my first stride, I get to start to push into that grade from the out leg. Like we said, that's 2 reps. Gonna hit it out now with the turn. Full press. Gonna dig a little extra deep on this one because this is the last one we got to. Static stretches. Get my hamstrings and my hips right. Calves, anything you're putting a load bearing on when you're changing direction. Gotta be attentive to those stuff. 54 minutes, look at that. You got an hour to train. You can't get faster in an hour. Hour a week, progress it to 2 if you've been doing this for a while. If you got an hour a week commit to kind of training like this, you're gonna get faster in a couple weeks for sure. We'll see you next time. Let's go.